Kia ora, my name is Mowafaq Amso. I'm a general dentist currently working for a Pacific not-for-profit organisation in Auckland, New Zealand. I gained my BDS from the University of Otago in 2009, shortly after finishing a Bachelor of Science majoring in Biomedical Sciences from Auckland University in 2006. I've also recently completed my fellowship with the Royal Australasian College of Dental Surgeons just this year, which has been fantastic in supporting me into my most current role of clinical director at the forum. I have a range of experience over the past decade or so of practice as a dentist, ranging from working in the public sector for Capital and Coast District Health Board as a house officer, to working in private practice as a general dentist, to my most current role working as a general dentist and clinical director for the forum in Auckland. My week mainly consists of working in clinic 4 to 4.5 days, seeing general dentistry patients, and for the 1 or half a day that I have as clinical director, my day is usually quite busy, doing things ranging from supporting my clinical staff and non-clinical staff, running meetings, conducting audits, maintaining clinical standards, and most frequently engaging stakeholders in the community and the public health sector. So I've worked for this organization for many years, and I started working in the not-for-profit sector in the year 2006, which was ironically my first year as a dental student. So I have worked my way up from being a dental assistant all the way to the clinical director. And that has given me a very well-rounded perspective into all aspects of the job. So whatever the job is here in the dental organization, I've most likely done it in the last 10 to 15 years. I really have enjoyed coming to be a part of such an organization. The ethos of the organization and the motto of caring is our culture really resonates well with my own ethos in life. And being a migrant myself and having enjoyed the lovely care of this organization as a patient for many years, it only seemed fitting for me to be a part of the forum family moving forward in my career. So in my current role, working as a part-time dentist, part-time clinical director, I enjoy the mix of being in clinic, working with patients, making people smile, changing people's lives one smile, one tooth at a time, but also considering bigger picture issues such as how do we make sure dentistry is affordable, how do we look after high needs patients, how do we make sure those who are at the most need do get the care they need without suffering through toothache and infection. The role does require a lot of thinking outside the box. Not-for-profit dentistry is not usually something that a lot of people are familiar with, but it is what we do, and it's a daily challenge trying to make sure that it does happen. It's incredibly fulfilling, very challenging, and being able to bring into work every day a range of clinical skills, communication skills, and general people skills has been very challenging. I've learned that it's actually made me a better person. It's helped me grow substantially, and I feel I'm a better dentist being able to be exposed to so much on a daily basis. So talking about what skills I can bring to work every day, I'd say most often is communication. It's the number one thing that determines how well my day goes, how well I can provide the care I can provide. High standard of clinical skills is really, really important, but often things can really fall short if we cannot communicate things well to patients. One thing I've really learned here working at the forum, because we are a Pacific organizations, the more languages you speak, the better. We look after a lot of high needs patients. Over the past few years, I've learned quite a bit of Tongan, quite a bit of Samoan, quite a bit of Maori, Russian. My assistant is also Russian, so I've learned quite a bit of that. So really being able to communicate to people and go beyond the language barrier. Other skills that I really have found helpful is nurturing leadership, being able to really care for people under my care. A little bit of creativity is always very, very helpful, and just being able to think outside the box. The best parts of my job have got to be really thinking about big projects, designing them, and seeing them come to fruition. Things like starting clinics from scratch, designing clinic layouts, hiring people that don't have a dental background and seeing them flourish. I have one example of one person who came onto our team who came from a medical receptionist background, trained in dental receptionist work, and was so encouraged and motivated. She now is studying oral health and AUT. So really encouraging and fulfilling to see people's success. And being in the area of Pacific Oral Health, we're heavily invested in seeing Pacifica join the field of oral health and seeing them succeed. That's really a big part of what I do. Also really making sure we continue to see people smile. It's a bit funny to say, but seeing people cry after having really good life-changing smile makeovers or white fillings added to their teeth at affordable costs, it really is fulfilling being able to be the person that's part of a team that helped them see that. So that's what makes me go. One of our most pertinent challenges in the organization I work for is sustainability. Like I said earlier, we are a not-for-profit health and social services organization, and a not-for-profit dental organization doesn't always come to mind when you think about dental care. So being sustainable, making sure that we can continue to have our doors open, provide low-cost care to high-needs patients is an everyday challenge. It's not impossible, but it's definitely a challenge. And being able to come up with creative ways of going about that certainly is one of our challenges. My advice to anyone who is a young oral health practitioner that's joining the workforce is to invest in high quality continuing education, get a mentor, invest really in yourself. Try to do the highest quality work you can. A lot of us can be quite hung up on success to come that's really quick, but if you really invest in the high quality care that you can provide, success in all its forms, financial, emotional, building practices and all, will come with time. Expose yourself to different practice environments. Do try different settings and find where your niche is. I certainly did, and it took me a while before I found that where I am now working for a not-for-profit is really where I find myself flourishing every day. And last but not least, look after your well-being. You're the only person that can care for others in some cases, but no one else can care for yourself apart from you. So do really look after yourself. Make sure you take a break often, go for a walk, do whatever you can to look after your wellness. That's all for me.